Kyle Higashioka on a Mike Schildt masterclass of a night as the Padres walk off the A's 4-3. A night they're going to remember for a long, long time. The opposite of infamy at Petco Park tonight. The Padres have won 2 straight games against the A's. They will go for their first sweep of the season when they play Wednesday afternoon against Oakland. It is the wrap-up show. It's a walk-off show edition.
It's a banging all-night show.
It's a banging wrap-up show. So subscribe as you make your way in. Subscribe. Year-round content for Padres fans. Seriously, if you're here right now, live or on replay, please subscribe. We are here for Padres fans, the home of real Padres talk. Smash the like button. We need 300 likes tonight.
Yep.
Kyle Higashioka needs 300 likes. People are trying to DFA this guy, including us, a week ago. He walks off. He's hit like 4 home runs his last 3 plate appearances. So smash the like button. Follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the supers. We'll get to every single super chat tonight. Great way to support our channel and our work. Just click the $ below the chat box. Great way to interact. We'll get to every single super chat. If you want to become a member, maybe we need a Higgy emoji. You get custom emojis and badges. Just click the join button down below. This thing was wacky. It was back and forth. Padres once again unable to hit a left-handed starter. Took advantage of the pitcher not covering in the 5th inning. That led to the 3-run inning. Then no Jeremiah Estrada, who was sick. Jurickson Profar left due to a knee injury. He'd been battling it. And then Kyle Higashioka leading off the 9th inning on a breaking pitch. I think maybe a changeup or a breaking ball that was up. Kept it inside that foul pole down the left field line. And the Padres, for a second time this year, Jim, walk off on a Schildt masterclass.
Well, first off, thank you to Mark Kotze for not using Mason Miller in the 9th inning. Good job there.
Funny, because Schildt was used as closer in a tie game. There's a lot of questioning of that.
Yeah, well, we know why. So there's no more questioning of it.
Estrada was down.
Correct. That was the question. And if he was up, then we're questioning it. If he's down, which he was because he's sick, he's on the ballpark, then there's no questioning of it. End of discussion. End of story.
Is that guy soft? He couldn't have gone from like home. He couldn't like logged on, pitch the 8th.
Yeah, Schildt still should have went to Estrada. He should have gone out to the mound and called. He should have done. He should have called for Estrada. All right, whatever the signal is. Right, call for Estrada, and if he doesn't come in, then he does the shrug emoji. I did my job. I called for Estrada like everybody wanted to, and he's like, "Fine, sorry."
Yeah,
should have done that.
Anyway. I mean, here's what I will say about Schildt. Is we've gone. I mean, I'm just gonna say this. Unlike, I don't question a lot of his in-game stuff because, I actually think he makes the right decision. I'm not saying you are. I'm seriously, just hear me out for a second. Because you know me, over the last 2 years with Melvin, I'll send out the tweet, "Oh, interesting spot," or whatever, or we'll talk about it routinely on the wrap-up show, or even under Tingler or whomever. Andy Green years ago. I like Schildt's in-game strategy. Maybe it's just in line with the way I've watched baseball throughout my whatever as a fan or throughout my career. I just think a lot of times what he does, I'm like, yeah, I get it. It doesn't always work out, but I understand it. I was fine with Suarez in a 4-out spot there. I assumed Estrada was down, and that's why De Los Santos started the inning. Listen, Suarez is money in the bank and goes multiple innings, so give him the chance. Give him the chance. Put him out there in a tie game and see if he can win the game. And it worked out. So Schildt, again, Estrada was down. It worked out tonight. Doesn't always work out, but it worked out tonight.
Yeah, and the explanation after the game, it makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. In the moment, there was a lot of questions, obviously, wait a second here. Why is this happening? Okay, you're going to Suarez here. This is a choice, but is Estrada down or is he not? And that was the question going into postgame. Thank God they won, because if they lost, all this show is talking about that inning. If Estrada was available.
Because Estrada was down.
If he was available.
Yeah, but again, yeah. Schildt's got it under control is my point. I don't think there's going to be a lot of gotcha moments with Mike Schildt. We're 71 games in. How many times have you caught him? There was the one game I thought they stuck with Kolek. Okay.
So let me get this straight before we move on. If Estrada was available, you're still okay with what he did there?
No, I knew he wasn't available because I obviously.
John, if we're playing a multiverse world,
Jim,
if he was available.
But that's ridiculous. That's not the point. He wasn't available. That's not the point. If Tatis hit 4 home runs tonight,
Well, yeah, I'm just asking a hypothetical question. If
he was available, they would have used him. John, every other 8th inning with a lead. What are you missing?
Never mind.
You're
We'll
looking
move
for
on.
a gotcha moment on Schildt? That's
no.
what you're looking for.
No. You said you were fine with it because you knew, but you didn't
because I
know.
knew Estrada was down.
But I'm just asking you if he was available and Schildt still made the same bullpen moves,
right.
and the same outcome happened. Okay.
Yeah, I would have been fine with it.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah,
okay.
It would have been fun. But again, I know Schildt because we're boys. Schildt is going to Schildt has no desire not to do what he knows. His 8th and 9th innings are untouchable right now, so he'll use them if he has them, and if he doesn't, he won't. Okay. Why wouldn't he use them? You know what I mean? Like,
right?
He's using them every other time.
I know. I'm just saying, if this played out where Estrada was available and he didn't use him, and he used De Los
and
Santos
they lost.
Instead. No, I'm just talking about the isolated incident in that 8th inning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then, yeah, I personally would have had a problem with it. Now I don't, because we know the outcome of the Estrada situation. So again, I have no problem with it whatsoever. I questioned it at the time, but I also didn't know for certain that Estrada was out or not.
Either did I. I just assumed, because why isn't he pitching?
I questioned it. I mean, I kind of thought it, like, is he actually available or not? But at the same time, until you get confirmation is when I can definitively make my thinking my
Let me just say this. I hear what you're saying, but just hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
We do this for a hustle and for a job, right?
Yes.
We watch these games, right?
Yes.
We're on social media more than Mike's show, right?
Yes.
He's got it. Again, it doesn't always work out, but it's not like just hear me out, because you agree with this at the end of the day. It's not like he's like, oh shit, it's the 8th? Man, I forgot to go to Estrada. They got this shit under wraps. If they got a lead in the 8th inning, it's Jeremiah Estrada. And if they have a lead in the 9th inning, it's Robert Suarez, right?
No, look, I trust them in-game stuff. Okay, I trust them.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, listen, and there's going to be a game that doesn't work out, and there'll be a game De Los Santos pitches the 7th inning, or Estrada's down, or Peralta or Suarez will blow a save.
Right.
What are the odds of going perfect? But I mean, whatever. At the end of the day,
and everything's fine because it's like a perfectly, good explanation. Obviously, dude's not even there, so why even bother with it?
I mean, it sounded like Kevin knew he wasn't there. You heard the post game.
Why does Kevin not report this stuff?
Because Kevin was like, hey, is there a reason you didn't use Estrada? Wink, wink.
I mean, it would have been much easier.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
I know why, too.
What are you going to say?
I'm going to say, from a competitive standpoint, they didn't want them to know that Estrada's not there.
That's my guess. Now, I don't know if Kevin knew in real time, or he found out when he got to the clubhouse and asked, someone in the media team, and someone made him aware he wasn't available. And then he asked the question. Well,
then, I mean, everything's fine. And you have Suarez there, 8 pitches, 4 outs. I mean, this guy is literally unhittable. Literally
every
unhittable.
Appearance of the year the Padres have won.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's been incredible. And it's funny because when the Padres traded for Kyle Higashioka, I asked somebody who covers the Yankees like all the time, like, what's going on with these guys, right? And he mentioned, or is it? He said, Higgy's a nice catcher. He can't hit a lick though, but he'll hit like 6 homers in a month, and then he'll strike out 5 times a game 3 weeks later. So he's in that. That's
spot on. That's a good.
Literally spot on. He's in the moment of his season right now where he's in a 5 to 6 homer month. And it's beautiful to see, because it's one of those situations where I know you never saw the movie Mighty Ducks, John, but when Goldberg scores the game-winning goal, two of the other guys look at each other and they go, Goldberg? And that's how I feel about, Higashioka. It's like, Higgy?
All right, let's get to some of these supers. And by the way, I thought AJ Cassavell, really good point 25 minutes ago on social, saying that all season they've batted for Higgy in that spot, but they didn't tonight because he had homered 3 times this month in like 15 plate appearances.
Now 4 and
So
17.
they gave him the at bat, and it worked out beautifully. All right, Jared, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your membership. He says, "Hey, y'alls, good win. Let's hope King finishes up." Yeah, I mean, if you can finish this off, again, they beat a lefty tonight. A chance for sweep. I think they've had 5 of these this year, Jim, where they've won the first 2 games of a 3-game series and lost game 3, either 5 or 6, where they've won the first 2 games of the series and didn't win game 3. So we'll see. Day game favors them. Left-handed starter against them doesn't favor them. We need to get into that, by the way, as well. The way the Padres scored their runs here today was taking advantage of a mental error by the A's. Their starting pitcher did not cover first. 3 runs would score in the inning as a result. But yeah, the first 2 wins against Oakland, again, the way they've played against teams like the Angels and the Rockies, this was far from a given, Jim. And finally, they've taken advantage, at least to some extent, because they're winning this series.
Yeah, series win, boom check. Winning homestand, boom check. Now the last boom check to knock off the list is sweep, boom check.
Now, am I worried about Profar's knee? Maybe.
A little bit. I don't
know.
That was a quick, like, I'm out of this game.
I mean, my initial thought there was like, your knee buckles, I'm scared.
I'm like, okay, what's happening right now? Now he walked off, looked fine.
Yeah, he did. And that's why I was like,
And Schildt kind of tiptoed around the injury, kind of went to like, you're gonna have to go talk to Profar, but I don't even know if they make Profar available if he's injured.
Right. Good point.
Which is also another savvy vet move by Schildt. Go ahead, talk to Proe. They're not making Proe available.
He said, what did he say tonight post game? The pro's a pro. And he's like, pun intended. That's what he said.
This team and puns, man.
It was so good. Sam D, thank you for the super chat. Guys, if you're here, there's over 300 of you here now live. First of all, tell people that we're live right now. And secondly, please subscribe. You're on Content for Padres fans. Hit that like. We need 300 likes. Just take a moment right now and hit like. And thank you for the supers. We'll roll through all of them tonight. Thank you for your support. Like Sam here, who says, bang, walk-off boom, check. So bang,
I like it.
Walk-off boom, check. Very good super chat and very true. Very true.
Guys are like bang bros.
Yeah, I saw you tweet that. Ishmael, thank you. He says, Schildt mentioned either he or Profar wasn't too concerned with the injury to Profar. Can you imagine if we lose Profar? I don't think we have to envision it. He's been dealing with a left knee. That's what Schildt said. And it wasn't one specific play that happened earlier in the year. And if he's been dealing with a left knee and hitting, he had as big of a hit as there was in this game.
Yeah.
Off the second baseman's glove into shallow right. Here's the thing. I don't know what happens in this game if Oakland's starter, whatever the hell this guy's name was, JP, let's say Sears or PJ or whatever the hell his name is.
Sears. Yeah, you're right.
JP Sears. There's 2 outs in the inning. I don't even know who the batter was when Kim scored. It was Arise. Arise hits a ball back of first. Mm-hmm. It's fielded easily. And the first baseman double clutches a throw because the pitcher's not there.
Right.
So Sears just watched the play transpire, was late to cover, and then Kimmy comes all the way around to score. If he covers, it's 1-0 A's. Mm-hmm. So who the hell knows what happens? So, like, again, good teams take advantage of miscues, mental mistakes, and that's what the Padres did. Arise, followed by Proe, followed by Toddy. Who else? Machado had a hit in that inning. I mean, it just kind of unloaded after that.
Well, the A's are a bad team. Like, that's a definitive 100% fact. They're a bad baseball team. They're going to finish as a bad baseball team. They try, but they're a bad baseball team.
Right. No, I agree.
The Padres, we literally ask this question all the time. Are they a good baseball team or not? Tonight, they showed qualities of a good baseball team, taking advantage of the other team's miscues. And that's what good baseball teams do on a consistent basis more often than not. And that was good to see. That was great to see. And they've done that more often than not this homestand, by the way, which is why they currently have a 4-2 homestand.
Yeah.
You know, they're showing quality. Right. They're presenting and showing qualities of what good teams do. Now, as Schildt even alluded to last night, and I'm glad he did, thank you, about time, the consistency of this team needs to be like that. To be a good team, you have to take advantage of the opportunities that are given to you and take advantage of the mistakes that the other team makes.
Mm-hmm.
And more often than not, if you do that, 5 out of 7 days a week, you're going to be a good baseball team.
I mean, it truly has been a roller coaster. Like this, despite the fact that he fought that narrative, a week ago, but
he
from
tried
a bad
hard.
week,
He tried hard.
From a bad week to a good week, and 36 and 35 in the National League is like 40 and whatever 30 in the American
Well, they're
League.
now
Like
one of
a decent record.
They're now one of 12 teams with a winning record in baseball.
Perfect. It's 12 are going to make the postseason, so that's a good spot to be in.
Yeah.
Jared, thank you. He says, still coining term, you got to be shilting me. I do like that. Like that.
That's a good one.
Schildt was very animated, I would say, post game. Did you see the part where he started? He's like, "Oh, you want to talk?" When he was like talking, and then like the reporter was reacting. He's like, "Oh, you have something you want to say? Say it."
Yeah,
it was very odd.
He comes off to me as like, "Are you joking? Are you being an asshole, or are you just like what's going on here?" Like, I feel like he has more of a joking tone to himself than like legitimately being an asshole. But like, I think that was more of a joking. Like, I don't think that was meant for anything. They just won a game on a walk-off. There's no way
I would have
upset.
rewound if we weren't about to start the show 2 minutes later. I was like, wait, what's happening? I was setting up. I'm like, who's he talking back and forth with? It was very odd.
I think it's more like he's trying.
I don't think it was serious. He backed off. He wasn't like mad, but
no.
For a moment he was like, "Are you talking or am I talking?" It was kind of weird.
It was fine.
Jared, thank you. He says, after 8 pitches, do we think Suarez is available tomorrow? Well, he pitched yesterday, right?
In a 6-1 game, but they needed to get him in the game.
It had been 9 days.
Yeah.
So they needed to get him work. And then I say he's available. Yes, I say he's available. I do.
I mean,
I think with 8 pitches.
I mean, the dude throws only fastballs. Like, you look at it.
I mean, I don't know if it makes it easier or not. I mean, less torque on the elbow. He doesn't throw breaking pitches, but max effort guy,
Max effort guy. But wouldn't you say a guy that just predominantly throws fastballs?
Can bounce back quicker than a guy that also throws breaking pitches.
Like if his out pitch or the pitch that he throws like 95% of the time, like his fastball is like either a splitter or a slider.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that one. But a four-seamer?
Yeah, I agree. Okay. I think he'd pitch tomorrow. I do. I think they kind of realize that sweeping someone has significance, like momentum.
You have an off day Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. I would think, again, they're not going to give him a 4-out opportunity.
No.
But would they give him an inning with a 1 or 2 or 3 run lead? I'd be surprised if they didn't. Now, if Estrada's available and you can get to the 9th with Estrada available, I don't know.
I would be surprised after hearing Schildt just talk about Estrada tonight and how he was like throwing
12 hours later.
I'm just gonna guess that with the off day Thursday,
get him to New York.
Get him to New York healthy, unless he has like COVID or something. But still, like, just get him healthy. And with the off day too, knowing kind of like psychologically, I feel like how important a sweep is right now for this team.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Suarez will be available as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you. Vicious Pac-Man, thank you. He says, would you take Snell for half his contract price? Let me answer that.
No
desire. And the Giants it's not happening.
No. You couldn't trade him for this golf tee right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of things that you can't trade him for, including the wrap-up show.
No, actually, no, you can't trade it. No.
I don't know how to say this name, and I'm not going to try because it's a bit of a tricky one.
O'Neill Valenciano.
He says, I don't trust any injury report from this team. We're talking pro-y here. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I said I don't. The only time I will be okay is when Profar's back in the lineup. When he's back in the lineup, you're like, okay, you feel a little better. Like,
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm thirsty.
Oh, go right ahead, John.
I've been a little parched. I've been under the weather.
Go get some water to loosen up that throat of yours, buddy.
Yeah. You talk about anything you want.
Okay. Well, I got jury duty.
Great.
I got summoned the other day. And so I'm like, okay, I need to go online right now. And I need to change my jury date. Or I just pull a John Schaefer and I just don't even go.
That's not what happened, you idiot. Here's what happened. Okay, first of all, we're going to get back to the chat in a second. So I had North County jury duty with my mother-in-law like 3 weeks ago. I called the number like we used to do when we were kids, like growing up out east. Like, is it a snow day? You'd like listen if your number got called. I called the number. They're like, no jury duty for jurors number blah, blah, blah through blah, blah, blah. So I didn't have to go. You punk.
All right.
Anyway. All right. We are going to there's a ton to react to. We are just getting started here tonight on the wrap-up show. But while we have a moment, while Jim, who knows what jury's going to end up
You
on.
told me to talk about anything I wanted. So that's what I talked about.
It was a bad idea. I'm not leaving the wrap-up show again for a while. All right. Our title sponsor is Mark Nimitz. He's in Hawaii. So
must be nice, Mark.
Must be very nice. Must be very nice. If you have an insurance need, by the way, he's available via email. How do I know? I'm doing my 2023 taxes. I get it. I'm a little late. I'm doing my 2023 taxes. I have an extension. And I emailed Mark. He was on the plane. He immediately got back to me. This guy is an unbelievably good insurance agent. You could take it from us. I've got homeowners, life insurance, and earthquake through Mark. He takes care of everything. He saved me and my family so much money over the years. Then we had a claim in here. We had a flood in here a couple years ago. He took care of everything. He put us up for weeks on end. Everything was paid for. He saved us so much time and money. So listen, you never know when you're going to have to file a claim. Everyone wants to save money. He's a great insurance agent. He's a Padres fan, lifelong, native San Diegan, loves this channel, has been with us as our title sponsor since day one. He's probably celebrating right now. What time is it in Hawaii? 7, 8?
It's like
probably enjoying
8 o'clock.
What's he enjoying? Some
the sun just set.
Yeah, he's at a luau, hanging out with the kids.
Some Mai Tais.
Eating some pig.
Huh?
Kind of weird, but maybe, like pigs on a skewer. I don't know. I don't eat meat. I'm trying to fit in.
He's probably eating. If I were him, I'd be eating some fresh sushi, sipping on a pina colada by the beach, watching the sunset.
He's definitely by the beach.
Bruh.
Sounds pretty good. So listen, if you have an insurance need, click the link in the description down below. You can get free quotes online. Here's his website. Or call him. I don't know if he picks up when he's in Hawaii. Email him. But Mark Nimitz is your guy. If you want to save money, if you support the channel, please get in contact with Mark Nimitz the next time you have any insurance need. He's there for you.
Yep. Nimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
All right. So, by the way, I don't know if you were watching this because we were texting back and forth. Randy Vasquez, I think Schildt made the Frogger reference post-game. He said, I don't know if any of you are aware of Frogger, but he was dealing with a lot of traffic tonight. Yeah. It's like the biggest understatement ever. I mean, Vasquez, it was first and third and second and third and first and second. I mean, for Randy Vasquez to get out of that thing at 1 run, which was a leadoff home run, was a complete Houdini act. It was like a magician for him to do that tonight.
So, stand by.
Okay. You're going to put Frogger on the screen?
And
I'm in favor of it if you do.
His last 4 starts, Jonathan.
I'm listening.
Dating back to May 20th. All right.
Okay.
6 innings, 3 earned runs. 5 innings, 3 earned runs. 6 2/3 innings, 3 runs. Tonight, 5 innings, 1 run. I mean,
are you going to say Musgrove who?
I'm just saying that's your 5th starter. You take that every day of the week.
Yeah, now it's a little dicey. Like there's base runners everywhere.
I know it's little,
but you're right. It's a results-based business. You're right. He's gotten results.
You take that right now and you say we'll work with that, and
I agree.
We can win games if we're getting that from our starting pitcher. Or at least we should.
You got
not all the
Waldron. Yeah, I mean, someone put it maybe in a comment, not in a super, but in a comment. I was like, hey, Waldron's like a borderline all-star, and I kind of laughed. He's not going to be an all-star.
Pretty good. He's not an all-star.
But his numbers are freaking good.
His last, 7 starts or 8 starts have been, all-star-esque. Very good. Yeah.
Like, this starting pitching's good. The concern, like we've always said, is that you can't have enough of it. And with the Darvish Musgrove situation and with the King innings restriction potentially, Vasquez has never thrown a zillion. Like, you just add it all up. Like, just add.
Yeah.
Like, because you just don't know when the innings are going to run dry. So even if you're getting good starting pitching, I'm like, I want a luxury. I want more of it. I want more effective starting pitching, even if I have it.
Yeah. I mean, I see this in the chat, and I did joke about this. It is funny. Tonight was the Soto trade game.
Yeah, I get a little bit. Vasquez and
Higgy. Yeah. Like, won the trade. Yeah, dude. I think long-term wise, yeah, absolutely. They're gonna need more pitching, but like short-term wise, their pitching has not been a problem.
Yeah.
It's actually been a strength. I mean, during that greatest 5-game losing streak in the history of baseball, they had like, and you look at you know the numbers. It was the first time in the history of the sport since team got like 5 straight quality starts and out hit their opponent and lost 5 straight games.
Mm-hmm.
And you had Waldron, King, Cease, Randy Vasquez. I mean, all these dudes pitching quality starts. And that's not something that, is a problem right now. And so going forward, yeah, you'll need more pitching because there's still 4 months left in the season. 3.5. 3.5. So obviously those things could change, but like as of right now, the pitching is getting it done.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, starting pitching has been good. The bullpen, okay, yeah, they give up a 2-run lead to the A's tonight, but they never Estrada. What did not Mike Farron, Jim Bowden wrote today in The Athletic. We talked about it in John and Jim. He said, I don't know if he's theorizing or through conversation or what he would do. He said, add starting pitching. AJ Preller's looking to make a blockbuster move. This is what Jim Bowden wrote.
Yeah.
Former GM. He's looking to make a blockbuster move. Oh, shocking. He's already made 2 this year. He's looking at a right-handed reliever, and he's looking to add a bench piece. Okay, whatever. That we could argue the merits of or whatever. That's not overly significant, the bench piece, you wouldn't think. But okay, yeah, right-hand reliever, sure, makes sense. You can never have too much. And they've had some shaky spots there. The Matsuis, the De Los Santoses, the Peraltas. So, and then starting pitching. So that it all makes sense. Now we talked about this today. That they have arguably top 7-ish offense in baseball, depending on the metric. Mm-hmm. So like Bowden today wasn't like, hey, they're going to go get a bat. Now they might. We'll see what happens over the next 7 weeks. There's 49 days until the trade deadline. But I my focus right now is on like, what do I know? Starting pitching has screwed me over annually. If I'm AJ Preller, 2020 injuries, 2021 injuries, 2022 in the postseason, they kind of ran out of it. They're pitching Mike Clevenger and Sean Manaea. It was a disaster. So I'm just adding. That's all I can do. I'm just adding like 10 starting pitchers between now and the trade. Not really, but I mean 1.5. Like I'm not opposed to 1+. You know what I mean?
I agree. Pitching. And I just thought of this. Like, if you want to view it this way, you can. I don't know like how much it is going to help, but still, if you want to view it this way, you totally can. Mm-hmm. They will be adding a bat in August, John. Potentially.
In August?
Yeah.
Is his name Xander Bogaerts?
His name is Xander Bogaerts.
Is that an addition?
That's my point. I don't know if it's an addition, but if like, you're AJ Preller and you can't make a trade for another bat, I think they're very good at convincing themselves in the positive direction of like, hey, Xander's a bat. That's an addition. Again, I don't know how much of an addition it would be, but like maybe from their standpoint, that's how they view it. I'm just not my opinion, but like maybe that's how they view it. And by the way, if he does return in August, say he has another September like he did last year. Mm-hmm. For a team that will
better, for a team that's going to the postseason,
for the team that's actually going to be in contention, albeit 80 something, 82, 83 wins, still like that's huge.
Well, I said last night, and I'll stick by it now that they have one more win. Like, I still think they can. Like, there's this belief, and this could be spot on. There's this belief that just going to be a 500 team, and it might be enough. And they'll hover around it. There'll be a game over. There'll be a game under. There'll be 2 over. There'll be 2 under. Whatever. That's fine. I've fed that narrative. I've watched them. I believe that could be accurate. But there's, there's also an alternative universe where they actually just play well for a month. I know it's crazy for Padres fans to envision because it's the freaking Padres. And we said it today on John Jim. AJ Preller could be pulling off a 3rd blockbuster deal And then for a 77 and 85 team, it doesn't make any sense. So like, let's just go down a path, an alternate universe, to use like a movie reference, Jim. I'm a movie guy, where they go like 16 and 10 over a 26 game stretch, and they go 6-8 games over 500, and they're actually better than an average middling 81 win team, and they actually live up to expectation. And people say they could win 85, 86 games, and they get to 6, 8, 10 over. Is that far flung?
I mean, we haven't seen it yet.
I know. I agree.
So
maybe not. Okay.
Like I said,
I mean, I won't fight it because I agree with you. I'm not convinced it'll happen, but I'm not convinced it won't happen.
That's perfect world. That's perfect scenario for this team. Again, I just have to see it to believe it. It's like aliens. Like I need to see aliens, but even though
you don't want to see them, dude.
I know, probably not. It's more likely the Padres rip off like 8 of 10 than seeing aliens ever. But you get my point, is that I need to see it to believe it. I'm not going to sit here and take out the pom-poms and be like, they can do it when they haven't shown it yet.
Pom-poms. My point is
I know you're not doing that.
I'm saying, hear me out for a second. If the most likely path is an 80, 81, 82, or 83 win team, I'm saying the second most likely path is an 84, 85 win team. The third most likely path, you could then argue, is the under 500 team.
Is a 79 and 83
right.
team.
I'll go down that path with you, but I would put 84, 85 over 79. Would you agree with that? They're one game over, so I'll go down that path.
Yeah, at this point in time, with what we've seen,
with what
the likeliest scenario is 82, 83, 84 wins.
Right. And then, there's a scenario where they go in the freaking gutter because we've seen it before. But there's also a scenario in my head, and maybe it's fool's gold, where they could actually win 86 games.
Well, yeah, that's obviously the hope.
That's the hope.
It's the hope.
That's the hope.
But they have to show it. And tomorrow, it's a huge test for them, frankly. I mean, a huge test this year. Because the question we've asked this week, like, who are the Padres? Tomorrow, that's going to be not answer for the full season, but like at this point in time, like, who are you guys? Are you the guys that are just, hey, we're content, we got 2 or 3? Or are you going to finally put your foot down and finish off a team when you have an opportunity in front of you to do it and have a really good homestand? Probably the first really good homestand you've had all year long.
Well,
so what are you going to do tomorrow?
Nobody just beats up on Hogan Harris. I'll tell you that, because they are facing Hogan Harris. Yes, Hogan Harris. You heard me right.
The Hogan Harris?
Right. Yes. Who in 4 games this year, it's 20 in the third innings. He's been a 5-inning guy. Just 4 games. 20 in the third innings, 1.13 whip. Very good. 2.21 ERA. Very good. But it's 4 games. It's 20 innings. Like, I'm not expecting this guy to go 7+ innings tomorrow. So can you navigate this guy for 5 innings and then figure it out? Is basically the task. Plus, they have King, right? King a lot of times has been very good. So let King just keep you in the thing, do enough, go to Suarez or Estrada, and get on a plane for New York. We're not asking for that much. It's just not. It's not a huge ask. Go beat the A's during a day game tomorrow in front of 40,000 people. That behind Michael King. That's the ask. See if they can do it.
The likely scenario is this a low-scoring game heading, just like tonight. Low-scoring game, 5th, 6th inning. Hopefully get that starter out after 5 or 6, and score a couple runs in the 6th or 7th, go up 4-1 or go up 3-1 or whatever the case may be. And then you hopefully just, win a close game. Like, that's how I kind of hopefully that's how I would like see tomorrow, the most realistic situation tomorrow. The Padres end up scoring like 9 runs off this lefty. Holy shit. Not only did they just beat back-to-back lefties, they just beat up a really good lefty, and they just got a sweep. That's a home run scenario.
And they beat 5-1 over a 6-game stretch, right? Because they won 2 against Arizona, lost 1, then win 3 in this hypothetical. You're 5-1 heading to New York. I mean, you started to build something if you could do that.
It's just like, again, they played like shit for in that 5-game losing streak. Not from a pitching standpoint, but they just losing 5 in a row.
Yeah, it wasn't
hard to sugarcoat it. And then to their credit, like we've said all year long, whenever they have like a bad stretch of baseball, they bounce back, and then they have a good stretch of baseball to kind of negate that bad stretch.
It's
but
true.
Their problem is once they negate that bad stretch or whatever, then they kind of just they don't take advantage of it and get that separation that they need. They're just there. They just stay at that one spot, right? Back, forth, and then it's like shitty stretch, and then good stretch, and then back, forth, shitty stretch. Great stretch.
Well,
back, forth.
That
like,
speaks to, like, here's the one thing I don't. You're 100% right. So my concern, well, I believe they're a lot different than 2023 because they have 14 come from behind wins this year, for example. No, it could be a one-run cover. That's way more than they had at this time last year, right? So that's my one example I'll give. My concern, the reason what you're saying is accurate, is their sheer talent level is thin. A lot thinner than it was. And what I mean by that is Bogart's out. Again, maybe addition by subtraction. Darvish out. Musgrove out. Yeah, you have Machado and Tatis.
Proe may be out.
And Proe's not 100. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you've got contributors, and they have to contribute and stay healthy. Like, Fernando Tatis Jr. has hit in 17 consecutive games. We haven't even mentioned him. The guy's scorching hot.
Yeah.
Scorching hot. But Machado, I mean, it is June 11th, like someone just said. As Jim said, the day after June 11th is June 13th. But Manny Machado's got 6 home runs. So it's just, again, from a sheer talent perspective. Now, they got Luis Ariz. They got Dylan Cease. There's enough talent. But are they talented enough to just fall out of bed and be this 86-plus win team? I don't know. I really don't.
No, they're not.
I agree. All right, let's tell you about our friends here on the wrap-up show, our partner over the last month or so, our good friends at Finley, San Diego startup. Padres fans, really great guys. Rob, Max, their whole group, great guys. Padres fans, San Diego through and through, as we tell you. Local startup, offices oversee Petco Park. And as we've been explaining to Padres fans, the quickest way to explain Finley is Finley makes it so that anyone can acquire a stake in the potential success of real athletes. They've got their first professional athlete. His name's Ashedri Vargas. You can invest right now by supporting a rising prospect and get paid a piece of his future major league earnings. He's one of the top 10 or so prospects in the Rangers organization. He signed for very little money, and they're raising capital that allows him to focus on baseball year-round. I always use this analogy. Fernando Tatis Jr. did a deal with a similar company, Big League Advance, but it wasn't open to just everyday customers. He did it with a group, Big League Advance. He gave up 10% of future earnings, maybe more. And imagine that. I mean, he gave up tens of millions of dollars. Imagine if you as an individual could have invested in Tatis. Nobody's saying Ashedri Vargas is Tatis, but you should know that you have the opportunity as an individual to invest in his successes. So I scroll down here. You can invest as little as $96, and you can see on screen what your potential investment return is based on his successes in the major league should he get there. You could turn this into hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars in dividends. The more you invest, it could become tens of thousands of dollars, if not beyond that. So Finley, really cool company, San Diego based. Check them out. Click that link in the description down below if you're looking for more information, if you want to invest with Finley in Ashedri Vargas.
Yeah, click the link in the description below. As John said, it'll take you to their website. Everything you need to know is there. Mark Grant. No, there you go. Just play it. Hit it. Yeah, good job. Mark Grant is an advisor. What are you doing?
Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 FM.
Enjoy.
Gets late at night, dude. What were you saying?
You are an idiot.
I am. We're collectively idiots. By the way, when we do our YouTube show for John and
thanks to Finley, glad you're on board.
Absolutely. Click the link in the description down below. That just reminded me from what apparently they might be doing on YouTube. When we do our YouTube show and we have a guest on, could we bring them on the channel?
John, let me reiterate some things to you, everybody. All right. We do not have anybody to do that. It is me, and I'm on the air. So I got things I got to try to focus on, and you already know how hard it is for me to focus on things in the first place.
Bro, you can't focus on anything other than Fritos and Coke.
Correct.
And I mean like drinking.
So do you really want me to now add something else to my brain while also
Not
trying to do a radio
necessarily.
show? Exactly.
Well, why don't we hire someone?
Perfect. You use all the money that we don't have, and we'll hire them.
Ishmael, thank you for the super chat. Guys, over here, please subscribe. We have year-round content for Padres fans. We're serious. When we ask you to subscribe, please do subscribe.
Please.
We are here for you day in and day out. We are losing our minds, if you can't tell. So if you appreciate
It's John right now, but it's fine.
if you appreciate the channel, please subscribe. Year-round content for Padres fans, the home of real Padres talk. Plus, smash the like button. Plus, thank you for the super chats. We'll get to all of them. Click the $ below.
Okay, hit play.
What'd you say?
Since you just hit play. It's like you froze and you knew you were
told
caught,
me
and you're
to.
like, screw it, hit play.
Like, hit play. I'm like, okay, I want to see what this conversation is like.
You should be a guest on their show tomorrow morning.
Oh my God. Who? Me?
Figurantini and Fletch.
I'm down. I would love to. If they call, I'm on.
Our morning show on our station.
I've been on our morning show a dozen times. You should wake up for a morning show.
They actually did a bit where they would call me and see if
Every
I
morning.
picked up, and I never picked up.
I know. Well, that's
They
because I
just-
think you were sleeping half the time.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, they call. Yeah,
You call it 8 in the morning. It's early. Ishmael, thank you. He says, I'm still of the thought that if they play the way they're playing now with no postseason, AJ stays. See, this is a fascinating. There's so many little tentacles here. Jim, I mean, I saw you shake your head, but like, I don't envision a path where they like actually have a quote unquote goodish year, 83 and 79, and then they miss out. Like teams pass them, and there's all these 86 win teams.
Yeah.
But what happens if they replicate last year, 82 and 80? Everyone loves Schildt, come from behind wins, but there's injuries.
Wait, how many wins do they have?
82 and 80.
Do they make
Right on this path all year long.
Do they make the postseason?
They miss out, unfortunately. They just missed.
Okay, everyone's gone.
Everyone's gone. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of team Jim. Now that's probably what I would do if I was ownership, but I'm not convinced that's what they will do.
Me neither. That will be my stance on it, but like I would not be surprised at all if they would twist it in a way of positivity, because that's the like core theme of this season is no matter what, always go be positive.
Right. Is that the Schildt theme? Yeah, kind of like the day one theme.
Day one theme. And I was thinking about it. Maybe it's a like, hey, look, you know, that was Peter through and through. So let's all do that this year for Peter. But at the same time, that's like not how sports work. Like you got to move forward. Sports are always going forward. They're never going backwards.
True.
And while it was a tragedy what happened to Peter Seidler, like you have to run a business.
Sure.
You have to run a baseball team. And so like going forward, there can't just be, well, let's just be positive for Peter Seidler. Like Peter Seidler would want you guys to win. You'd want this organization to be winners, not just sit there, I feel like, regardless of the result. And if the result was losing and not making the postseason, sit there and be like, everything is fine. Maybe Peter would do that because he loved AJ.
But that's what I'm saying. He kept AJ to this point. He would have had him back if
I know.
Preller was healthy. He still would have had him in 2024 because Preller was alive when the season ended last year.
If it was up to Peter and Peter was still with us, then Melvin would still be here.
But yeah, potentially.
That was his wish.
Right.
I appreciate the question, Ishmael.
Yeah.
But like, again, those will be for after the season. I don't think right now it's like to deep dive into that because the team, they are playing better ish. And even though they're game over 500, like it is what it is. They're an average baseball team right now with qualities of a good baseball team, but also qualities of a bad baseball team. And they had a walk-off win tonight. And they have an opportunity tomorrow to get a sweep. So,
and let's remember, if this was a year ago where I think they had like, I don't even know how many walk-off wins, 2. They've had 2 this year.
A lot.
But like, let's walk down this path. Last year, if the freaking Oakland A's hit a 2-run home run in the 8th, to tie the game, you're going to lose. They lost every one-run game. They lost every extra inning game. I know this game didn't go extras, but they didn't have a knack for this type of win a year ago. This year they do, with their 14 cover behind wins, with all their big-ish innings, even 3-run innings. They had a 3-run inning today. Those things were rare a year ago. This year, 3-run inning, 4-run inning, seemingly every night, if not every other night. So the most confounding part of it all is how they're one game over 500. There's times I watch this team, I'm like, this team is really good. I'm telling you, I believe that when I watch this team. There are times I say to myself, wow, pesky, impressive.
Mm-hmm.
They have enough. They're well-rounded. And then I'm like, they're 36 and 35. It's head scratching.
It's
now again, it could change it. They play well for another week, and all of a sudden we look up, they could be a lot better. But we've said that a lot.
You know why that is, John? It's because also the other half of the time when we're watching these games, more often than not, we're saying exact same team as last year.
Sometimes we do say that. You're right.
Even in losses, I don't think we're sitting there being like, yeah, that's a really good team. Maybe some.
Yeah.
But when this team loses, more often than not, don't we sit here and be like, a lot of qualities of last year's team?
Sometimes. Yeah, probably true.
Not the like quitting part, which is a huge thing. This team,
no, there was a great quote recently from Profar where what did he say recently? Where he's like, "Man, you're right." Like, mentally, yes,
that's what he said. We find ways to lose.
It was that was kind of fascinating.
Yeah. Are you dying?
Yes, truly dying. Well, hopefully not.
You're like, I'm dying, John or Jim.
I hope this isn't the last wrap-up show after a nice win like that.
Well, at least you went out on the high note.
Oh, great. That's great. Speaking of a high note, if you want to play Underdog Fantasy and get free bonus cash and a free special pick, you need to use promo code PODSWRAP. There is nothing easier. It's the best and easiest place to play fantasy sports. We play daily. We've been winning. You get a first-time deposit offer up to $250. That's a 50% deposit match up to $250 plus a free special pick. All you need to do is click the link in the description down below or go to underdogfantasy.com or download the app and use promo code PODSWRAP. PADSWRAP. Simple pick'ems, higher or lowers. Fernando Tatis Jr., higher or lower than a half single. Kyle Higashioka, higher or lower than a half home run. The overhit, the higher hit tonight. So use that promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Take advantage of the free special pick up to $250. That's their biggest offer ever, up to $250 for first-time deposits, a 50% deposit match. We've been playing. We've been winning. It's fun. You can play every single day with the Padres. Here's the thing. You combine sports. NBA Finals going on right now. Have a Kyrie Irving, lower than whatever he's been doing. And then Kyle Higashioka, higher than a half home run. Boom. You're walking away with cash.
I was thinking about this today. I'm like, if I went on Underdog, by the way, QR code there, scan the QR code, download the app, use promo code PODSWRAP when you sign up. How much would everybody hate me if tomorrow I did higher than like a half total base for Tatis and he ends his hitting streak?
I would hate you.
I know.
I would truly hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. If you had been riding higher than a half total base for Tatis the last 17 games,
right,
you'd have 30 grand.
You need to be a millionaire. Yeah.
Okay, even that's even better than 30 grand.
Because I'd be going big. Like
you
give me Luka on the higher for points total.
Yep.
Give me Toddy for higher than total bases, and we're good to go.
I like that.
I won't do it. I won't bet on Tatis tomorrow.
Do it. Be a man.
No.
By the way, longest hitting streak in franchise history, Benito, 34 games.
Yep.
So
tied with Adrian Gonzalez for longest in this century.
17 games in today's baseball is not easy. It's not. I mean, nobody sniffs 30 these days, right? I mean, it's so rare. 30 is rare.
I feel like a Rise could do that.
Yes, 100. You know what? Let's look that up. What's Luis Ariza's longest career hitting streak?
I'm gonna say it's got to be in the high teens.
No, it's higher than that. I'm gonna say it's high 20s.
In the 20s.
No, but that's a good point. His career long on base streak was 28. You might be right.
Ooh.
Does anyone know that? Can someone find that? I did a quick Google search. I can't find it. What's Luis Ariza's longest career hitting streak? You might be right. It might be high teens. What are the longest hitting streaks of the century?
In the last,
he's nowhere near that.
In the last 24 years.
Yeah, like since 2000.
Well, Juan Pierre with the Marlins had a fucking long ass hitting streak. Remember that?
I do. Also, okay, here it is.
Luis Castillo had a long ass hitting streak too. No, was it Luis Castillo? Not who was it? Luis Castillo or Juan?
Luis Castillo, I think, had it. Okay, here's the longest hitting streaks this century since 2000.
Like that.
Jimmy Rollins. Jimmy Rollins, 38 games. It was over 2 years, 2005 and 6. Mm-hmm. And then Luis Castillo, 35 games. Chase Utley with the Phillies, 35 games. Dan Ugla with the Braves, 33 games.
I remember that.
Whit Merrifield had a 31 gamer in 2018-19. So the longest, I think, since 2018-19 is about 31 games.
Oh, it's halfway there. A little over halfway there.
Well, longest hitting streaks. What year am I looking at? What the frick is this?
What's the longest hitting streak in baseball history?
Is that a serious question?
No.
I'm like, stop. James, thank you for the super chat. Guys, if you're here, please subscribe. And if you're here, thank you for the super chats. Click the $sign below the chat box. Padres walk off tonight 4-3 over the A's.
Pretty decent win.
If there's any franchise you hate to see lose that way, it's the A's. You just hate to see it. That ownership group, I feel bad for them.
All I feel for the A's is just sadness.
Players.
Like, there is nothing about the organization. Like, well, there is, because the owner's a fucking piece of shit. But I don't blame their fan base one bit for not going out to games. Why would you? That place is shit. Why would you? That owner sucks. Why would you? They don't put any money into the team. And I think, honestly, John, if I were to put like a, top jerseys in baseball, like just the A's, how are they not like?
It's top 2 for me,
and it's probably not number 2.
It is such a classy look.
And
by the way, if I know anything about this owner, they'll probably like, oh, we have our new blue uniforms. Yeah, in Oakland, in Vegas. Like, no. Don't mess with that. If you got one good thing, it's your freaking road grays.
If the A's were like a good team ever again, it would be such a like jersey win if the World Series was the Padres and the A's.
Ooh,
I mean, that is such
classic.
A good jersey matchup.
I love their uniforms.
Especially,
I remember I grew up when they were good. I mean, they used to be like legitimate.
Me too.
I know.
And I was there. I was in the Bay. I grew up with the A's being kind of the best team in the Bay for a lot of the period.
I mean, they were down. There was a period of time. We're going back we're going back now, but there was a period of time. Is one of the better teams, obviously, in baseball. We're going back a while. Yeah, and now they haven't spent for 25 years.
The Bay was, you had Bonds and the Giants, and then the A's.
The Bash Brothers.
Yeah, it's just the A's were like, that was a legitimate battle of the Bay, right?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
no longer
absolutely love the Oakland A's jerseys, their colors. I love their hats,
the script,
A's logo, the script. It's just fucking
classic.
Perfect.
It's been around for forever. The A's have been around for forever, not in Oakland, but they've been around for forever, and it is classic. I agree.
Perfect.
James, thank you. He says, way to go, Tatis. He says he believes he has a 13-game hitting streak. It's actually 17 games. Him and Adrian Gonzalez are the only two Padres to hit in 14 consecutive games since 2000. That's amazing. Is that right?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's right. 2006 or 7 when Adrian Gonzalez did it twice in 1 year. I heard Jesse say that on the radio.
Time out. So we're saying 17 games, right? Not 13.
17 games.
So the only two Padres with a 17-gamer since 2000 are Adrian Gonzalez and Toddy. What was Gwyn's career long?
Great question. I don't know.
That is a great question, is it not? It's got to be high 30s, Jim, right?
It's not more than Benito, because Benito has the franchise record.
Shit, good point. So it's got to be high 20s, right?
I'm gonna say 26. Say 26.
Can someone put that in the chat, please?
Is it hard to find like hit streaks?
Yeah, kind of. To see all of them, I mean, I could look at the longest hit streaks in baseball history, but it's just annoying.
Can you just do longest hit streaks? Longest hit streak for Tony Gwyn?
I did.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, there's all these articles. I'm looking right now. Hold on. Because I'm fascinated by this stuff. I don't see him in the top 37 hit streaks in baseball history, which would be 30 games.
Chat GPT says 25.
25?
That's Chat GPT.
Huh. That's probably right. Dude, that just goes to show how damn hard that is. Isn't that crazy?
When you're a contact guy, like it's easier to do it, but it's also like really hard. I don't know. That's stupid of me to say. Whatever.
No. I mean, it's clearly hard.
It's easy, but it's hard.
How does Tony Gwyn out of a 30-game hit streak in his career? 20 years, hitting 338?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Life comes at you fast, Jim, when you're talking about hitting streaks. I mean, but that speaks to where Toddy is right now, because this isn't just some get-on-base streak. I mean, he's hitting for power during this streak. 25.
All
right. That's crazy. So Benito's 35. I mean, 34. I mean, we don't need to talk about 34 for Toddy, but 17 alone is remarkable. It's really impressive.
And even Machado, even though he's hitting for power,
dude, he's hot.
Still, his bat is picked up where he's left off, where it's like a very lukewarm.
Yeah.
I mean, his batting average is up to 256 on the year, John.
What's his OPS?
His OPS, if my phone would load, probably
it's got to be 700.
Good question there. I don't know. My phone won't load.
What? That's because your phone sucks. Your phone truly sucks. Your computer sucks, and I said it.
It does. Everything sucks. My Apple products are from 2020, 10 years ago. No,
like they're from like the 1800s. Manny Machado's OPS is 699.
Almost. He's almost there.
What is it going to take? Like, he had 2 hits tonight. Like, geez.
Well, a lot of singles,
John. Kai, thank you.
Thanks, Kai.
I mean, kind of by contract.
Man, I don't know how it ends. 10
or 11, right? Like, will he finish his career as a Padre is another fascinating question. Who can see that far into the future with a 25-year-old?
Yeah, well, it's going to get interesting here in like 2026. So get ready.
What's happening in 2026?
Well, I'm just saying, like, Musgrove will be gone.
Where's he going?
His contract's up.
No, it's not. That's year 4 of a 5-year deal.
Is that it?
Yeah, this is year 2.
Oh, sorry, 2027.
Darvish is like year 2 of like a 30-year deal. He's just getting started in 2026.
2027, John. I mean, you're going to have like Manny and Bogey both, 34, 35?
I mean, you'll be old and tired with Darvish, Musgrove, Manny.
Yeah.
Bogey.
Yeah. Same thing with Crone. I mean, Crone's not young.
Crone's not a kid, but you're going to have freaking the front of that rotation is freaking Crochet, Waldron, Burrito, Vasquez, Morejon. Boom. King.
Legendary.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, those are questions for another day. It's a fair point. Who the hell knows what they look like in 2026?
I don't know. He's signed for a long-term contract, so there it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say 51-49. He plays his career here.
Rarely do you see anybody play their entire career.
That's why I'm saying 51-49.
Right.
You ain't getting no statue. Well, I don't know if he's getting a statue either way. Aura. If you're looking to get healthier, which is me right now, because I don't feel well.
Because he's like dying.
Because I'm dying. Here's the thing. I love their probiotic for digestion because I used to have all kinds of digestion issues. So I've been taking a probiotic for like 10 years. They have an amazing product. I've taken theirs for like 2+ years. Amazing product. All of their products are plant-based. Every single one of them, all supplements. So I love their probiotic for digestion, heart health, mental clarity. It's a great product. They have pre-workout supplements. They have proteins for after workouts, omega-3 oils. Okay, if you're taking fish oils, take the omega-3. A lot of men are taking fish oils. Get the same health benefit with an omega-3 oil. Sleep pills they've got. I take them all the time. They have immunity pills. I could use one, truthfully. Right now, they have more. So check them out at ora.organic. They've got a free shipping offer going on right now for U.S. customers. Click that link in the description down below. Will, their co-founder, is a huge Padres fan, longtime supporter of the channel. Offices right here in San Diego at Liberty Station. So if you're looking to get healthier, if you support the channel, they've got something for you or your family. Click the link in the description down below.
Yeah, if you guys want to live a healthy lifestyle, you don't know where to begin, looking for some good supplements to take, Aura is the best place for you. www.ora.organic. Everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. It's organic. It's the best plant. It's plant-based. It's best on the market. Go there right now. Check them out. Pick up some supplements, and you'll thank us later.
So the best part about John and Jim tomorrow is when the Padres play day games, we play Mike Schildt press conferences in their entirety.
Yes.
So you're going to get the full Schildtisms, whatever happens, win, lose, draw. He's going to be heard. So join us tomorrow. Game's at 1, and we'll hear from Schildt, around 4 o'clock or whatever.
His team got a series win, John. There's no way he's going to be upset after tomorrow's game.
He's a big series guy.
Big series guy.
He's a big series guy.
Big series guy. And, it would be nice to take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you. And if you squander it, then we're going to be saying tomorrow afternoon, same old Padres.
Yeah, probably true. Probably. Actually, no, not probably. True.
Yeah.
I'm dying. All right. That's going to do it for the wrap-up show. So for every cough I've had tonight, you have to subscribe.
So that's 700 coughs.
Yeah. So, you have to smash the like button. So hopefully we get to 700 likes. And again, if you're a Padres fan and you haven't subscribed, please do. We have year-round content for you in season and out of season, the home of real Padres talk. So please subscribe if you're looking for more of that. You can follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. If you're here on replay, thank you for the super thanks. Please support our partners. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, our title sponsor since day one. If you have an insurance need, we just told you about Aura. If you're looking to get healthier, Finley, your chance to invest right now in Shedry Vargas. Click the link in the description down below. And again, Underdog Fantasy, scan that QR code. Take advantage of these offers. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Get the up to $250 first-time deposit, 50% deposit match, plus the free special pick. Play along, Padres Pick'ems. You can play tomorrow as the Padres wrap up their series with the A's. Just scan that QR code and use promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. Garlic smoothie, thanks but no thanks. Right? That's terrible.
If you ever seen those videos where they take the raw garlic, like huge cloves,
I'm listening,
and they put them in their nostrils,
and
they keep them there for a little while.
Why?
And it absorbs and sucks up all of your boogers.
What?
And then you take out
talking about?
And then you take out the garlic, and it's just goops of your mucus that if you're
what the hell are you talking about?
Also,
is that real?
Also, did you know my nose is massive? Look at this. I can flex my nostril. I can fit 3 fingers in my nose.
Are you okay? Wait, 3 fingers in one nostril?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I just did it.
Is there YouTube videos of what you're talking about with the garlic?
Yes.
Don't send them to me.
I'm sending them to you.
Dude. I'm pulling the plug. This is the last show. Thank you guys. Wrap-up show has ceased. It's over. Let us know what happens this season, Padres fans.
Yeah, how do they do? We don't know.
Yeah, tell us how. No, we'll be back. What are you doing? I hope someone screen grab that.
Oink, oink.
Pray for me. All right.